Dark Soul says, you can't tune a raid for pugs with zero communication whatsoever. Okay, not for zero communication whatsoever, right? But dare I talk about FF14? The way, and some of this is on the community end as well because of party finder strats, but the way extremes and even the way normal and especially Savage works is, I can't remember where he said it or when, but I think Yoshi P at one point said voice chat will never be a requirement for raids.
Yeah.
That's how they design it. You don't need to communicate with each other in the middle of a fight. You communicate before, after if things go wrong, but basically before a pull, and then you all know what to do and sort it out.
Yeah, like you make the plan, you do the plan.
You make the plan and do the plan, right? And that's, I've seen a lot of people like kind of represent, it's just dance fights. So everyone knows every step and then you choreograph it, you practice it. But what I've actually learned in doing P1S is that it's not as simple as that. Each individual has responsibility to make the right move based on variables in the fight. It's not always just, you do the same thing every time. It's, here's not like a full-on everything's gone to shit. Here's a curveball thrown at you. It's, at this point, you have to do your individual calculation of where do you go. If you do that wrong in Savage, you'll wipe the raid. Or, maybe damage down them all in P1S, for example. And that's the case of, like, you can design raids in a way that they don't need people to communicate on the fly. Mm-hmm. The way they do it all is with generally community agreed party finder strats, which are like soft community agreed, and like the evolution of which one succeeds more for parties is the one people use. And that's communicated in a chat macro. So you'll see a macro show up and it'll literally be like a grid of like placements in chat. And they're actually really cool. I wish I had one to show you. But, it's stuff like that where then you do that. Okay. Then people go, I'll take that assignment. I'll take, melee M2. I'll take M2. So I know I stand in this portion of the thing for this mechanic. I have this role in this fight. Almost like, you're doing a group dance. Sometimes you all move together. But other times people go off and do their own thing. And then people have to choose which thing to do at that point to match the fight. And that's made it so you go into a party and you go, okay, bang, there you go. There's the macro. Everyone understands. Everyone knows the role. They do it. It's over. That shit can be hard because like it's literally difficult to keep track of everything while you're doing DPS. But that's a way that you can design a raid that doesn't require communication on the fly. Obviously, who's it said? Someone. Yeah, Frankenberry said that strategy and raid laning is what makes WoW so fun, IMO. So that's fine. But there is actually a way around that. There is a way you can design stuff so everyone knows the role, but no one has to do anything to on the fly. But then obviously that goes against what Ian was talking about, Lanathel's bite, and really just communicating that on the fly was like a cool thing. So it's like there's definitely room for that, but it's certainly interesting. But you kind of can do that. There is a way around that. Don't know if they should do it. Probably not, but it is a possibility. Oh dear. Yep.
Wow, complicated.
Design
complicated.
That said, I haven't done every fight on Heroic, but there's a lot less of that in. Oh my god, why can't I remember what it's called? Sepulchre. I keep thinking Sanctum S, but it can't be S. Sepulchre. That is a lot less. It feels a little bit different to a lot of stuff I've played recently. Maybe I'm just making shit up in my head. But it feels very much everyone does their thing, everyone's happy enough. There's a bit of communication that you can sort out ahead of time, but a lot of it is just, easy enough. Yep.
I think it's a good raid. It's just life got very busy in and around Heroic Progression, so I was not there for it.
Yeah. How many players are on a pug like that, Matt? It's 8 for FF, which is substantially handier than when you've got 20 for sure. Different size entirely.
So for other things, I think there was a whole Blood Death Knight nerf thing that happened.
Yeah.
It was a bit controversial.
Definitely, class team certainly has its misses, and the community are not pleased a lot of the time.
So I assume...
But they're working around it instead of just saying, this is our path forward, so definitely a good change.
It used to be that Heart Strike would increase the duration of Dancing Rune Weapon by 0.33 seconds. It used to be 0.5 seconds. So they changed that to just being maximum strength stat cap is 40 was... Wait, what? Yeah.
Yeah, so they were going to nerf the... Sorry. They were going to nerf the duration so that it fell off quicker and you couldn't stack it as high. Like, a wider gap in rune generation would call it to fall off. But instead, they just nerfed the max stacking of it. because it seems like I was about to call them Dark Knights. Death Knights and Blood Decays had a substantial amount of damage capable out of this thing, and obviously they weren't happy about it. But, yep, as you expect.
And people were not happy.
Yep.
Said multiple times the cabin tax lower was fine, but reducing uptime would fuck them over. Guess what happened?
Yep, indeed.
Okay, so this is just... We think that this could be nerfed in this really bad way. How are they going to nerf it? Oh, they nerfed it in the really bad way.
Yeah.
So Blizzard undone this?
Or
is this going to go through?
Oh, no, the new stuff I think is going to go through, yeah.
Oh, so it's been reverted, right? So they just went back to
the problem was that, Dakar saying in chat, they nerfed the survivability because the strength required for falling off was very much required for your actual survivability, your raw amount of damage taken.
Guess what?
Versus, yep.
I've not played Blood DK in a very long time.
Yeah. But it's like, Dakar says, it seemed like a reactionary nerf based on MDI rather than the reality, which is exactly where you're like, Blizzard, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Think about your players, not about the players that are on stream.